So let's go down that track. Do you think
Sure.
that's a problem that we have nowadays, that we are siloed? Is that something that is an issue?
Uh, yes, but it's actually funny we're talking about this because there's
Okay.
also another side. I think it's a two-sided
Two-sided
coin.
coin. Okay. Okay.
So one, it is important because it prevents you from thinking that your way is the only way.
Mm.
But I was also thinking the other day that um, if every culture is blended like a melting pot, as they say here in the US,
Right.
like if every location everywhere is a melting pot, you lose what's unique about every place.
Right.
So
Right.
it's important to share each other's cultures and learn about them, but it's also just as important to allow each culture to be their own culture, I think.
Yeah. What do you think about that, guys? Feel free to comment down below when you watch the episode because I'd love to get your perspective. So, that's a perennial problem for the human species. And I was having a conversation the other day with my wife, and we were just talking about our heritage, right? So, I'm Italian heritage. Both of my parents, like spanning generations, we have Italian blood. But that's interesting because I'm sure at some point my ancestors probably came from other places, right? And so the concept of melting pot, I believe, is something that has been occurring for forever.
Hmm.
Because if you look at, like, let's use Italy as an example. So Italy used to be a ton of different, basically, states that kind of came together. They were all separate kingdoms, and then it was unified under one banner. That took a long time. And if you look at one of the older flags of the Italian country, you actually will see there was an emblem in the middle, and that was symbolic for the unification that happened throughout all the different city states when Italy became one. So it's like, did they all consider themselves Italian? Did they refer to themselves based on their region? What does it mean to be Italian now? What will it mean to be Italian 100 years from now?
Hmm.
What will it mean to be anything 100 years from now? Because with globalization increasing and at an alarming rate, with no real point that it seems to be slowing down, what is it going to even mean to be any of these countries now in 100
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, that's quite a profound. I'd like to give our species some credit.
Yeah.
I think sure there is going to be a lot of blending, but I think humans value their culture so much that
Mm.
I don't think humanity is going to budge on that too much. Like even if for some reason somehow like every single country became one country, you still have all these people living in their own location, um, which which this conversation can get to, um, like the culture, the microcultures that occur just by the location of where you are. Like for example, I'm thinking
Mm.
even something as simple as school. Every school is their own location with their own set of students. So already you have a culture within that location. And then
I
within the
see.
school, you have cliques. And, sometimes a clique can be good, sometimes a clique can be bad. But just by proximity, you create your group. Well, I think a group could be just another word for culture. Like you have your group's culture is your group's dynamic and how you interact with each other.